I think it is some combination between the American exceptionalism and the disregard for Black life, or thinking that Black life does not count, that put so-called America in the position that it is now, where everybody's crying like fascism, and like Steve Bannon says that he's thinking of a third term, and is like, could this be, etc. Are we in trouble? Blah blah blah. The colony, or America, has always been a white supremacist totalitarian state. It is a system that has targeted human beings, transformed them into workhorses and machine and objects of labor, an apparatus of labor itself, human beings into to strip them of their personhood and make them into machines. That is the epitome of a brainwashing totalitarian fascistic experiment to create people who are enslaved and enthralled and have a slavish devotion to the state, to the master, to the plantation, by force, by whips, and by propaganda and ideology. That has been the practice, the modus operandi of the state. So it is because that these people have not mattered and their lives have not been legible to regular society, or to society that has not been as subjected. Because their history is not written in one's mind, you cannot easily recognize the fascism that has always been present. And so you say things like, oh my gosh, what is happening now? You're standing on the bodies of people, you're standing on the unmarked graves of actual enslaved people who have no family, do not know their name, their language, etc. They have been transformed into objects. That process, that perfection of fascist power is all around you, but because they are invisible, and invisible for the same reason that they have been transformed into objects of labor, because their lives are not lives at all. They have been systematically disregarded. You not seeing them and them becoming objects of labor is the same exact process. It's the colonial process, the fascistic process, the white supremacist totalitarian process of making people into things, the thingification, as Fanon calls it. So you not seeing this is part of why you are surprised that Steve Bannon is talking about third year, like a third term, etc. Like back in 2016, Black Radicals was talking about, yeah, it's probably going to be a king for life, just like other places that also have modeled themselves off America and other settler colonies to create a citizen subject that is basically a servant class that is subject to the whims of the authoritarian or the authoritarian. It is an authoritarian society, a plantation that has somehow masked itself as a country. There are no such thing as country, that's another topic. Is an authoritarian society, and authoritarian societies do authoritarian things. The fact that you do not notice this because you are part of the authoritarian society who also disregarded Black life is your problem. Authoritarianism is news to you, not to us. The fact that it's come into your houses now and is attacking your children and your example of a safe future, and not just the people in the prisons and the people on the reservations and the people in the hood, etc. That it has broken into your house and not just beaten us and the third world over the head. That is now a crisis for you, but it's regular every day. So welcome to the club.